Welcome to AnzenGuard. I'm Michael Reynolds,
And I'm Laura Wilson.
and we're diving deep today into a topic you all requested,
VPNs.
VPNs and all the amazing benefits they offer.
Yeah, you probably already know that they boost privacy and security,
Yeah.
but we're going to go way beyond the basics today, exploring some surprising advantages you might not have even considered.
Yeah, they're often seen as just a privacy tool, but they're really so much more.
Like a Swiss Army knife for the digital world.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, equipped with all sorts of handy tools to enhance your online experience.
Yeah, so let's start by unpacking how VPNs make you practically invisible online.
Okay, so imagine your internet traffic as a stream of data packets traveling from your device to the websites you visit.
Okay.
A VPN creates a secure, encrypted tunnel for those packets,
Right.
making them unreadable to anyone trying to snoop, like your internet service provider,
Uh-huh.
hackers, or even government agencies.
So it's like sending my data through a secret coded message system that only the intended recipient can decipher.
Yeah, and because your traffic is encrypted,
Right.
it's also much harder for anyone to track your online activity or figure out your location.
So it's like browsing the web with a digital invisibility cloak.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does this invisibility translate into practical benefits?
Right.
I've heard about accessing geo-blocked content, for example.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Can you explain how that works?
Absolutely. So remember, your IP address acts like your digital address,
Uh-huh.
revealing your location to websites,
Okay.
streaming services, news sites, and even some online stores use this information to restrict access based on where you are.
So I might miss out on certain shows, articles,
Yeah.
or even deals just because of my location.
Totally. It can be super frustrating.
Yeah, that seems unfair.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
But here's where a VPN comes in.
Okay.
By connecting to a server in a different country, you essentially change your digital address, making it appear as if you're browsing from that location.
So if I'm craving a British comedy show that's only available in the UK, I can just connect to a server there and voila, streaming unlocked.
You got it. It's like having a digital passport to explore the global internet.
Okay, that's seriously cool.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about security, especially on public Wi-Fi.
Okay.
We all know those free hotspots at coffee shops or airports can be risky, right?
Oh, yeah. Public Wi-Fi is notoriously vulnerable to snooping and attacks.
All right.
Imagine sending sensitive information like credit card details or passwords over a public network without a VPN.
Oh, no.
It's like shouting those secrets in a crowded room.
Yeah, definitely not something I'd want to do.
Oh.
So how does a VPN protect me in those situations?
So by encrypting your data,
Okay.
a VPN makes it unreadable to anyone trying to intercept it on a public network.
So it's like creating a private soundproof booth for my online activity,
Yeah.
even in the middle of a crowded Wi-Fi zone. That makes me feel much safer about using public Wi-Fi.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, you mentioned earlier that VPNs can be beneficial for people living in regions with internet censorship.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. So in many parts of the world, governments or organizations restrict access to certain websites or online services.
Right.
Things like social media platforms, news outlets, or even entire search engines might be blocked.
That sounds incredibly limiting.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So how can a VPN help people bypass those restrictions and access information freely?
Oh, okay. So by connecting to a VPN server in a country with less restrictive internet access, users can essentially circumvent those censorship filters.
Yeah.
It's like creating a digital tunnel that bypasses those roadblocks and allows you to reach your desired destination.
Wow, VPNs really are digital freedom fighters.
I like that.
It's amazing how they can empower people to access information and connect with the world.
Yeah,
But hold on, we're just scratching the surface here, right?
we are.
There are even more advantages to using a VPN, aren't there?
Oh, yeah, there are tons more. So
Okay.
stay tuned because there's much more to uncover.
Welcome back to AnzenGuard. We're continuing our deep dive into the surprising world of VPN benefits. Before the break, we talked about how VPNs can unlock geo-blocked content, boost security on public Wi-Fi, and even help bypass censorship. But there's so much more to explore.
Absolutely. We've only just begun to uncover the hidden potential of VPNs. Let's dive into a few more advantages that might surprise you.
Okay, I'm all ears. What other tricks do these digital multi-tools have up their sleeves.
Have you ever noticed how your internet speed sometimes slows down, especially when you're doing something data intensive like streaming or gaming?
Oh, totally. It's the worst when I'm in the middle of watching a movie and suddenly it starts buffering like crazy.
Yeah, that could be your internet service provider throttling your connection. They sometimes do this to manage network congestion, but it can be incredibly frustrating for users.
So it's like they're intentionally slowing down my internet speed. That seems a bit sneaky.
It can be, especially when it affects activities you enjoy. But here's the good news. A VPN can often help avoid throttling.
Wait, seriously? How does a VPN stop my ISP from messing with my internet speed?
Remember, VPNs encrypt your traffic, making it harder for your ISP to see exactly what you're doing online. This makes it much trickier for them to selectively throttle your connection for specific activities.
So it's like I'm cloaking my online actions, making it harder for the ISP to target me for slowdowns.
Exactly. With a VPN, you're more likely to experience smoother streaming, faster downloads, and an overall more consistent online experience.
Okay, that's a huge win. Who knew a VPN could be a secret weapon against ISP throttling? But wait, there's more, right? You hinted at even more surprising benefits earlier.
You bet. Get this, VPNs can even save you money. Have you ever noticed how prices for things like flights, hotels, or even online subscriptions can vary, depending on where you're browsing from?
You know, now that you mention it, I have seen some weird price differences when I'm traveling or using my phone versus my laptop.
That's because companies often use a tactic called price discrimination, adjusting prices based on your location. They might charge more in areas with higher incomes or where demand is higher.
So I could be paying more for the same product or service just because of where I happen to be browsing from. That's not cool.
It can be frustrating for sure, but with a VPN, you can potentially outsmart the system. By connecting to a server in a different region, you might be able to trick those websites into showing you lower prices.
Whoa! So I can potentially shop around the world for the best deals without even leaving my couch. That's incredible.
It's like having a secret weapon for bargain hunting, all thanks to your trusty VPN.
Okay, this is getting better and better. Unrestricted access, enhanced security, faster speeds, AND, potential savings. VPNs are sounding more and more like a must-have for anyone who spends time online.
They really are becoming an essential tool for navigating the digital world safely and effectively. And we haven't even touched on the benefits for gamers yet.
Oh, right. Gamers are known for being passionate about their online experience. How do VPNs level up their game, so to speak?
Gamers often face challenges like high ping lag and even targeted attacks like DDoS attacks, which can disrupt gameplay and ruin the experience.
Yeah, those DDoS attacks sound pretty nasty. How does a VPN help protect against them?
A VPN can act as a shield, masking your true IP address and making it much harder for attackers to target your connection directly.
So it's like I'm hiding behind a digital wall that deflects those attacks.
Exactly. And beyond security, a VPN can often reduce ping and lag by optimizing your connection route, especially if you choose a server closer to the game server.
So it's like I'm getting a faster, more direct route to the gaming action with fewer obstacles along the way.
Precisely. This means smoother gameplay, quicker response times, and an overall more enjoyable gaming experience.
Wow, VPNs really do offer something for everyone.
Yeah.
We've covered a ton of benefits, but before we get too carried away, is there anything else we should be aware of? Any potential downsides to consider?
You're right. It's important to be balanced and acknowledge that no technology is perfect. While the advantages of VPNs are substantial, there are a couple of considerations to keep in mind.
Okay, let's dive into that. What are some things people should be aware of before jumping on the VPN bandwagon?
One common concern is speed. While VPNs can sometimes improve your speed by combating throttling, they can also introduce a slight slowdown in some cases.
That makes sense. Running your data through an encrypted tunnel probably adds a bit of overhead, right?
Exactly. It's like taking a slightly longer, more secure route to reach your destination. However, the speed impact is usually minimal, especially with modern VPNs that are optimized for performance.
So it's like a slight trade-off for all that added security and freedom.
Precisely. And it's worth noting that choosing a reputable VPN provider with a vast server network can significantly minimize any potential speed dips.
Great point. So besides speed, what other downsides should we consider?
Compatibility can sometimes be an issue. Not all devices or operating systems have native support for VPNs.
So I might run into trouble trying to set up a VPN on that certain devices.
It's possible. While there are often workarounds and solutions available, it's something to check before you commit to a specific VPN provider.
Good to know. So speed and compatibility are the main things to watch out for.
Well, there's one more crucial aspect to consider: cost. While free VPN options are tempting, they often come with limitations like data caps, slower speeds, and fewer server locations.
That makes sense. You often get what you pay for, right?
Exactly. Free VPNs might be suitable for casual browsing, but if you're serious about security, privacy, and unlocking the full potential of a VPN, investing in a paid service is usually the better option.
I see your point. So when it comes to VPNs, is it generally better to go with a paid option?
In most cases, yes. Paid VPNs tend to offer a more robust set of features, stronger security protocols, and a wider server network, giving you a more seamless and reliable experience. Think of it as an investment in your digital well-being.
That's a great way to think about it. But with so many VPN providers out there, how do people even begin to choose the right one for their needs?
That's a great question, and it's something we'll delve into after a short break. Stay tuned as we guide you through the process of selecting the perfect VPN for your unique online adventures.
Welcome back to AnzenGuard. We've been on quite the journey exploring the vast and often surprising world of VPN benefits. We've covered everything from unblocking streaming content to protecting yourself on public Wi-Fi and even potentially saving money while shopping online.
It's incredible how much these digital tools can do. But as we've discussed, not all VPNs are created equal. With so many options out there, it can feel a bit overwhelming to choose the right one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where we need your expert guidance. Before the break, you mentioned we'd be diving into the process of selecting the perfect VPN. So where do we even begin?
Well, a good starting point is to think about your individual needs and priorities. What are you hoping to achieve with a VPN? Are you mainly concerned about privacy and security while browsing the web?
Or maybe I'm a frequent traveler who needs a reliable way to protect myself on public Wi-Fi networks.
Exactly. Or perhaps you're a streaming enthusiast who wants to unlock the full library of content from around the world.
Those are all great points. So once I have a clear picture of my needs, what factors should I consider when comparing different VPN providers?
First and foremost, security should be your top priority. Look for a VPN that uses strong encryption protocols. This ensures your data is scrambled and unreadable to anyone trying to intercept it.
So it's like having that digital vault for my information that you mentioned earlier.
Precisely. Another key factor is the VPN provider's logging policy. You want to choose a provider that has a strict no-logs policy.
Remind me, what does that mean exactly?
A no-logs policy means the VPN provider doesn't track or store your browsing history, the websites you visit, or the files you download.
So even if someone were to demand that information from the VPN provider, they wouldn't have anything to hand over.
That's the idea. It adds an extra layer of privacy and anonymity to your online activities.
That's reassuring. So
Yeah.
we've got strong encryption and a no-logs policy. What else should I be looking for?
The server network is a crucial factor, especially if you're interested in accessing geo-blocked content.
Right. More servers and more locations mean more options for bypassing those restrictions and unlocking content, right?
Exactly. A vast server network spanning multiple countries will give you the flexibility to virtually travel the world and access a wider range of streaming services, websites, and even online gaming servers.
Okay, server network noted. What about speed? I know we talked about how VPNs can sometimes cause a slight slowdown, but how can I find a provider that offers a fast and reliable connection?
Look for VPN providers known for their commitment to speed and performance. They often have optimized servers designed for data-intensive tasks like streaming or gaming. Reading reviews and comparing speed tests from reputable sources can help you find a provider that meets your needs.
Great tip. So strong encryption, no logs policy, vast server network, and fast speeds. Anything else we should be keeping in mind?
Ease of use is often overlooked, but incredibly important. Choose a VPN with a user-friendly interface and intuitive apps that are compatible with your devices.
I see your point. The best VPN is one that works seamlessly in the background without requiring a lot of technical know-how to set up or manage.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to take advantage of free trials or money-back guarantees that many providers offer. It's like taking a VPN for a test drive before committing to a long-term subscription.
That's a fantastic idea. Try before you buy, so to speak, Laura. This has been incredibly informative. I feel much more equipped to navigate the world of VPNs now.
It's been my pleasure, Michael. Remember, a VPN is a powerful tool for enhancing your online experience. By carefully considering your needs and doing a bit of research, you can find the perfect VPN to protect your privacy, unlock new possibilities, and navigate the digital world with confidence.
Well said. And that brings us to the end of another insightful deep dive into the world of VPNs. We're Michael Reynolds and Laura Wilson, and this is AnzenGuard, your guide to a safer and more secure online experience. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this episode with your friends and family. Until next time, stay safe and stay informed.